Hello and welcome to TA for Traders. It's Thursday the 26th of October. In this video we'll be looking at the charts on the FTSE-100, which on TradingView has the code UK100GBP. What we'll see is that the index has fallen back below the upper boundary of a downtrend that we had drawn, which we were looking at last month. We did go above it. Now we've now gone back below it. We've lost upside momentum, but we're falling into support. Let's look at those charts. So here we are, and we're looking at the weekly chart. So you can see this line that I had drawn, a downtrend line. We did break above it for a couple of weeks, but you can see now that we've fallen back below it. Now I've left it on there. Sometimes you take them off and then you forget about them, but I'd left it on there because I did think it was of interest, and I did think that people would be looking at that line, which they were. So when we did fall below it, there was a bit of an acceleration to the downside. On this weekly chart, you can see that the 20-week is starting to roll over. We are still above it. So if we go back down to it, which is at 7407.7, it will give support. But be aware that if we go below it, it could accelerate the downside pressure and be a negative and cause a severe resistance as it moves down. But at the moment we're above it and it's giving support. You can also see there's this range trading period that we had from June through to the end of August. That has got many support levels which we are falling into. On the RSI on this weekly, you can see it's presently at 54.34, does seem to have broken its uptrend and is losing momentum. And you can see that the longer term MACD is still moving down. The short term is above it, so not that negative on the momentum side from the MACD. Moving on to the daily picture. And again, you can see that downtrend line that we've gone back below. And obviously yesterday we had a bad day. Today we're marginally up on the day. We're down below the 20-day moving average, although that is still moving up, and we'll be positive if we could get back above it. That's at 75.01. And we're getting towards the support of the 50-day 74.11, which would give good support. And you can, as I said previously, you can see the support levels that we had on this range trading through the summer period. On momentum, it has been lost, and we're actually showing negative momentum at the moment with the RSI in a downtrend and below 50, 49.94, and the MACD are rolling down. Both rolling down, short term below longer term, although they are above zero. On the 4-hour chart, now here things have slightly deteriorated. We've rolled over. We had the 20 moving below the 50, although it wasn't a bearish cross as the 50 was moving up at that point, but then they became resistance levels as they rolled, and you can see the importance of them on these 4 hours as we keep touching the 54 hour and then collapsing. And here yesterday we touched the 20 before coming off, so they are a negative influence on the market. For the positive, there is the 200 4-hour, which is still giving support. That's at 74.20 and is the first support line. Again, momentum has been lost. We're at 37.31 on the RSI, and MACD are below zero and both moving downwards. So looking at the support and resistance levels, we've got resistance at the 50 of the 4-hour, 75.20.78, with the second resistance from the high of the 20th of October, 75.58.3, with support at 74.20, that's the 200 on the 4-hour, and support to 74.11, which is the 50-day. So that's been TA for traders, having a look at the FTSE-100. The conclusions to draw are that we're back under an old downtrend line, slipping towards supports. We have lost upside momentum on the daily and the 4 hour. But this consolidation could still be another flag. The picture's still not that clear, and really it's just a wait and see at the moment to see how those support levels hold up, and whether we can break the downside momentum. So just hold at the moment, I would say, if you haven't got a position. Many thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it of interest. If you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, please do click the click the button just down here. You then get email updates when I come out with new videos. I don't just cover indices, I cover the FX, commodity, and I do single stocks UK and US. These videos are for information only and are my opinions, and they're not an investment recommendation. I'm going to show you a disclaimer. Please, if you have time, do read it. Thank you.